This is a big one. Lodi Skydive Center ordered to pay $40 million following fatal incident.
Is this the final straw, the final blow for the Lodi Skydiving Center, the embattled skydiving center, which has seen 21 deaths since it opened, or since 1981, I believe. And so this is actually an old fatality. It was August of 2016. An 18-year-old was there Tyler Turner was there for a birthday party, and his chute didn't open. He was on a tandem jump, just like I did there. I jumped a tandem jump on my 18th birthday there with our father, and it was awesome. But this place has seen a lot of accidents, a lot of fatalities in recent years, and it turns out the tandem jumper, the instructor, a couple things happened in this lawsuit. One, it turns out he didn't have his proper certification to be tandem jumping with paying customers. Also, it was Tyler Turner's mother, Francine, who said the instructors basically told them they didn't need to watch the video. So it was very, relaxed there. And when that happens and someone dies, someone has to pay.
Liable.
Right?
Yeah, it's liability. Now, I as you mentioned, you went skydiving on your 18th birthday with our father. It's kind of something that we did, starting with me. My dad took me on my 18th birthday to go skydiving in Paradise, and it was great. I will say that I had a bit of a similar situation in that the whole safety video was definitely like, well, you don't really need to, but we're supposed to show it to you. And so when I saw in the article that said, well, you don't got to really finish it, I had the same kind of vibe when I went, but I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I do think that these guys skydive so often that they're like, just let us worry about the safety stuff. And that probably shouldn't necessarily be the case. It's always safety first. But yeah, I mean, this is a sad story. And the fact that, you see $40 million lawsuit, you think, these people are just trying to make some money off of this terrible situation. But I think really what they're trying to do is they're trying to force the owner to sell this business. He has not been making good decisions over the years. And so they really want to make it. And so he is forced to either shut down or sell to more responsible owners. And so, it's a good story in that they're trying to make good things happen, but obviously it's a sad story nonetheless.
They specifically put the owner's name in the lawsuit. And this is a quote from the Turner family attorney. "We are hoping this will allow us to get this place closed or be sold to a responsible owner who can operate it safely." It has seen, I said 21 deaths. It's seen 17 deaths since 2000. And 5 skydivers who got certified and learned to skydive at the school there have died in the past 3 years.
And that's that was kind of, it's not funny to me, but it says they learned how to skydive there. It's like, well, maybe they didn't because they all died. So how much did they really learn? So
you made a good point about the video. I think that was just a tactic from the lawyer to prove that they were liable, that they were negligent. But when you tandem skydive, you don't really do anything.
You're not pulling the cord,
right. And so even if he watched the video, I don't think there was anything he could have done, when the chute didn't open.
Clearly, the business just had bad policies, and they just...
Correct.
I mean, in the article on Active NorCal, you can see another incident where their plane had to crash land in a local field with 17 people on board, and clearly not... I mean, thankfully, everybody got out of that crash alive, but there were 17 people plus the pilot on that, and they crash landed.
I don't know if I've discussed... And the plane crash is a totally different subject.
But it just shows the lack of overall professionalism.
Yes. When I swear there was duct tape on the plane when I took off. And it certainly forces you out of that airplane at 13,000 feet. I'll tell you that much. I don't want to land in that damn thing. Right. This place, and my wife and I, we drive down south to visit friends, and we pass it all the time. And they just have so many incidents in its building, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse. And I don't know what pays us $40 million. Obviously, the owner is they're making the owner liable in this case, but I doubt he has 40 million. So what happens to this place? And I really would hate to see it go because skydiving's pretty cool, and there is an inherent risk at skydiving. That's why it's cool. That's why people, it's a big deal to do it. But it does need to be operated better, and I do want to see this place stay open just with a different owner.
Totally agree.
So, we'll keep our eye on this. Like I said, this is something we both did in like these little rinky-dink operations. But obviously a terribly tragic story, and deaths have happened since this kid's death in 2016. So we'll keep an eye on it. But is this